Please help me to reach 500 subscribers. That Friday evening felt like any other, yet I had been looking forward to it all week. Work had drained me and I hoped we could go out for dinner, laugh a little and just be together. But when I got home, the house was empty. The only sign of her was a brief note left on the table: "Out with the girls. Don't wait up." A pang of disappointment hit me. This wasn't the first time she'd made plans without telling me, but recently it had become a pattern. She had grown distant, more absorbed in her phone, avoiding our evenings together. I called her but she didn't answer. Soon a text arrived: "Relax, I'm with friends. I'll be late." Frustration and sadness mingled in my chest. I wasn't possessive or jealous by nature, but being sidelined repeatedly, without even a conversation, made me feel invisible. Over the past few weeks, I had noticed a clear routine. Every Friday she would meet her friends at the same upscale restaurant, ordering lavish meals and drinks, while my card silently picked up the tab. Earlier that day, I had glimpsed her latest credit card statement. The amounts were significant, but it wasn't just about money. It was the principle. She seemed to enjoy the lifestyle I provided through hard work but had little interest in sharing it with me in any meaningful way. That hurt far more than the charges themselves. So, when she mentioned yet another girls' night, I only smiled and said, "Have fun." Inside, I already knew exactly what I would do. My plan was simple and sharp. Tonight, she would discover that the luxury she so casually enjoyed was no longer at her fingertips. I watched her leave in her favorite dress, heels clicking confidently on the floor. 10 minutes after she walked out, I logged into my banking app and canceled her card. I imagined the surprise on her face when the waiter told her the payment wouldn't go through. She wanted independence on her own terms. I was about to show her what that really meant. The rooftop bar she loved was alive with chatter, clinking glasses, and the scent of perfume and ambition. It was a place where appearances were everything, and she thrived in that spotlight. Her friends greeted her with hugs and laughter, snapping selfies and sharing stories. She slid into the booth, wearing a practiced smile that broadcasted, "Look at me. I'm having a great time." The waiter arrived and she handed over her card with confidence, only to have the machine reject it. Again and again the swipe failed. Her friends exchanged glances, sensing something was wrong. "Are you okay?" one whispered. She nodded, fingers shaking slightly, trying the card one more time. The waiter returned, apologetic, shaking his head. "I'm sorry, ma'am. It's not going through." For the first time that night, her polished confidence faltered. Her friends were awkward, whispering, some casting curious looks. Her cheeks burned, not just from the cool night air, but from the humiliation of being exposed in front of everyone. She excused herself to the restroom, leaving her friends staring at empty seats and half-finished drinks. Behind closed doors, her phone buzzed with missed calls and texts from me, messages she ignored. I imagined the panic rising as she realized the financial control she took for granted had been removed. When she returned, forced smiles couldn't hide the damage. Even her social media snapshots seemed hollow, staged, and tense. The next morning, the house was heavy with silence. Her movements were careful, her eyes avoiding mine. When I asked about the canceled card, she offered a tight-lipped explanation, maybe a bank error. But I knew the truth. That night had cracked something fundamental between us. In the following days, subtle changes emerged. She stayed in more, her laughter quieter, her mind weighed down by guilt. Slowly, our conversations returned, though they felt tentative, like walking on thin ice. Finally, she admitted her dependence on the lifestyle I provided, her carelessness, and the embarrassment she felt when it all unraveled in front of her friends. I explained that trust couldn't be bought with dinners or designer bags. Real partnership was about respect, honesty, and sharing both joys and responsibilities. She nodded, tears slipping down her cheeks, understanding the cost of the choices she had made. That incident became a turning point. We recognized the comfort of our old patterns was slowly eroding our relationship. Together we decided to rebuild, starting small, with open conversations, shared responsibilities, and intentional time together without distractions or secrets. I never told her that canceling the card had been a test to see how much she valued what we had beyond appearances. Sometimes, tough love is necessary to wake someone from a life built on illusions. That night of embarrassment and honesty gave us a chance to heal, grow, and rediscover what mattered most. Please help me to reach 500 subscribers.